Hey, Darvin, going to the February game, the March game, and then game one, the rebounding has been pretty consistent advantage for Denver. When you look at the film, are there things that have been consistent about that you feel like could be adjusted even as they have some bigger personnel?
Yeah, I mean, we got guys that's trying. We got to get multiple hits on bodies, and sometimes we have guys waiting to see the trajectory of the ball where it's going to land, as opposed to as it's bouncing off the rim. Having the foresight to just go snatch it. Whoever wants it the most usually gets it, and so it's not. You can't just wait for it to fall somewhere.
Coach Malone was talking about the looks that you guys were getting. He thought were good looks for you. A lot of them didn't end up going down. What was on the offensive side? How did you like the flow, and where do you see that evolving in game two?
I thought it was a little bit too much walking, just walking the ball up the floor. We're at our best when we're playing with pace, especially within the first 6 seconds of the shot clock. Make, miss, dead ball, what have you, after free throw, it doesn't matter. We got to get the ball up the floor. So that was one thing we really harped on in film yesterday, just playing with more consistent pace and playing downhill, attacking the paint, spraying it out, and making quick decisions.
Darvin, we saw Jared Vanderbilt on the court this morning when we were at shoot around. What's left in his progression before he could be cleared to return to the lineup?
We'll see how he responds to what he did today, and it's nothing's going to change, in terms of new information. It's just a day-by-day thing, and so we have to see how he tolerates the recovery process from, he exerted himself at a pretty high level today, so we'll see how he feels tomorrow, and we'll just keep going day by day.
Darvin, Austin had a lot of success against Denver last year in the conference finals. I think he averaged 21 a game in that series. Do you feel like you guys could, I guess, get him going more involved offensively? Felt
It's
like
just
he was
one game we've played.
I know. I guess, but just based off how that game went, like, I guess for game two.
Yeah, I think it's just like a boxing match, man. The first 3 rounds is a fill-out process, so it's like you just have to, again, recognize the things you did well, recognize the things you didn't do so well, and we got here by playing good, sound team basketball, and guys were able to take advantage of different opportunities because the ball was moving, and I expect Austin to find his rhythm within the same concept.
Darvin, I have 2 for you. You guys are going to flip sides of the court tonight. You guys are warming up in front of Denver's bench. Does that have anything to do with kind of where you guys were offensively in the second half to play offense in front of your bench?
Yeah, it's just whenever you can help your players and within earshot, it's very helpful when you can help them communicate and stay organized on either side of the ball.
You mentioned kind of the slowdown in pace and guys walking up the floor. You didn't play the bench a lot in the second half. Is that something that could Gabe and Spencer and Jackson maybe even get more opportunity tonight in game two?
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be back to our normal rotation. We were looking at some things last game, but it'll be back to our normal rotation tonight.
Darvin, going back to Denver's offensive rebounding, how much of it, just going back to the film, did you feel it was also a symptom of a result of the rotations and maybe, a guy like Aaron Gordon, having maybe a smaller guard on him, or Jokic having a smaller guy on him and just being able to get over their backs?
Well, normally that happens, Kobe, when you're playing catch-up from the start of the defensive possession. As you're well aware of, they had 21 transition points. And so at that point, when you're not sprinting back early on shot to try to balance out, to stop, our principles of basketball, most dangerous. Cover the basket. Once you have the basket covered, stop the ball, show a crowd in front of the ball. Last guy, whoever shot the ball, whoever went for offensive rebound, they're getting back trying to find the most dangerous loose shooter. And so if you're playing catch-up from the start of the defense, then you're going to be late at the end of the defense. If you're late, you're going to have those mismatches on the glass. And, we weren't too good at both areas, the start of the defense and the end of the defense. Those 2 areas specifically is what we need to clean up.
Darvin, in terms of defense, I know obviously so much attention is on Jamal and Nikola, but you guys, I think their starters only turn the ball over one time. Do you guys have to, how fine of a line is it between being obviously really disciplined in coverages and doubles, but also into still being aggressive enough that you can help out your offense by creating 3-on-1s, 2-on-0s, similarly to the way that Denver was able to against you guys?
I mean, it's just one of those things where, again, they have that championship chemistry. Those guys know each other like the back of their hands. And so, yeah, you'd like to generate some turnovers, but you don't want to be undisciplined either. I think it'd be more damaging. We got there. We got to get more steals. We got to get more of this or that, and now we're off balance. You know, you just be solid, be aggressive, and then you let the chips fall where they may. But you know, you can't. That you get out of balance. You give up open shots. You give up second and third opportunities on their offensive glass. You put them at the free throw line a lot if you want to have a gambling mindset. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but a lot of times, you know, it's a thin line. You know, when you're trying to generate turnovers in that manner, it's a thin line. And I'd rather err on the side of being aggressive, but yet disciplined.
Darvin, you've been in the league a long, long time. The entire time Nikola Jokic has been in the league. Where have you seen his growth come from? What has been the biggest thing you've seen his change in his game from a youngster to now?
I talked about his strength and conditioning, but just, you know, he really cares about his teammates. You can see that. He wants to put everyone around him in the best possible position to succeed. Just his skill set, he doesn't force it, man. And it's so hard for a guy. I'm sure it goes back to the character, his character, right? Just where he's not greedy. You know, he can sit there and knock down threes all day, but he'll turn down an open shot just to go make a play for someone else, put that much more pressure on the defense. And his selflessness has just been well documented, and that's why he is who he is. He's going to make the right play in front of him, and he's become extremely efficient. Like when he's manning their offense, you know, he knows how to kill you in a variety of different ways. And so you just got to put constant pressure on him, and that doesn't seem to bother him either. Taller than everybody, wingspan, skill set. It's like, shit, I don't know what to do. You just got to go out there and try to be as disciplined as possible, aggressive and consistent, and have a next play mentality, man. You know, you can't get disappointed, you can't get discouraged. Kid's a hell of a generational type player, and so you just got to keep swinging, keep bobbing, weaving, and swinging.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.